Episode number 6 begins with the Rangers inside the Zords on planet Eridus in order to defend the new ship from any enemy attack, as some tremors were recorded and the Rangers need to return to Earth. At that moment, a giant worm appears, and the Rangers start the attack. The other Rangers are on the new ship, and they are all trying to take off, while Billy goes to try to activate the invisibility field to give the Rangers more time. The other Rangers begin to realize that the monster is very strong as it manages to catch Zyto, and Ian manages to free him with an excellent attack. Javi also attacks it with the Zord bear and then sends the baby bear to destroy the monster into several pieces. Although everyone thought they had finished with the monster, this caused it to transform into a more powerful monster. Billy manages to activate the ship's invisibility, and now the Rangers will have enough time to take off. Unfortunately, the ship has some failures, and the Rangers can't start the takeoff, so they must find a way to repair it quickly. Solon must repair the 2 thrusters, so Fern offers to help her as she knows the ship very well, but again Izzy doesn't want her to risk it. In all these episodes we have seen that Izzy has had a controlling attitude with Fern, and even though she may care about her, still, it is wrong for her to want to control everything Fern does. Because of this, Fern gets very angry with Izzy, and Billy offers to help Solon since he is obviously the best choice. Billy knows all about technology and can also transform, so he can defend himself in any emergency. Basically, this is the fear Izzy has since Fern can't transform and she thinks something bad might happen to her, but her controlling attitude is not the right way. The Rangers decide to unite the Zords and manage to create the Cosmic Dragon Megazord. We already see that in this episode the action started from the beginning, something that never happened in other seasons, and this is because it is a united story between all the episodes. Billy and Solon manage to repair the thrusters, so the Rangers begin to test the ship, and now it has all the necessary power to take off. The other Rangers start beating the crap out of the monster and then destroy it with the final attack for another Cosmic Fury victory. After this, the Rangers realize that Solon is lost, and Billy returns to the ship with her communicator, which is wrapped in a rare substance. Now we see that she has only been taken to a cave by those horrible worm monsters that are all over the planet and apparently use her life energy to hatch eggs. Unfortunately, Ollie arrives on the planet along with the other villains, and Bajilia orders one of her soldiers to go to the moon to destroy everything and then go to the planet as well. The villains hope that with the explosions the Rangers come out of hiding and they can confront them. On the ship, the Rangers try to find the solution to find Solon, but Zyto begins to use his magic to find her and succeeds. Everyone is surprised, and Billy says that this level of magic is that of a Morphin master. Because of this magic, Zyto becomes very weak, and the Rangers take him to rest. The villain soldier starts making attacks towards the planet from the moon to make the Rangers come out of hiding, so Izzy and Zyto go to look for Solon while the other Rangers go on the Zords to destroy the villain. Again, Fern had to stay on the ship as Izzy thinks he is too dangerous and doesn't want anything bad to happen to her. Izzy and Zyto manage to find the cave where Solon is. Both must enter without making too much noise so as not to alert the monsters. Unfortunately, at that moment Ollie arrives with the new monster he had brought for this mission, which knows the planet very well since those worms destroyed his pets, and now, he wants revenge. The Rangers transform and the battle begins quickly after Ollie destroys the cave entrance. On the moon, the Rangers use the Megazord to start the battle with the villain, and the attacks they are applying are spectacular. Meanwhile, Fern is on the ship listening to everything that is going on with the Rangers and manages to hear that Izzy and Zyto need help, but the other Rangers are still busy. Because of this, Fern makes the decision to look for Solan and first thinks of using one of the Rangers' weapons, but finally decides to use the remaining morpher since with that one she can shoot like a blaster. The Rangers on the moon are still trying to destroy the villain. Meanwhile, Solan is watching the eggs begin to hatch, and at that moment Fern arrives to help her. The eggs hatch and out come hungry worms that want to eat Solan. One of these worms lunges at Fern and she destroys it with the morpher, but also destroys the other two remaining worms. Because of this, the morpher has worm slime all over it, and after the other monsters appear, Fern can't activate the teleportation. One of the monsters tries to attack Fern, but Solan protects her and takes the hit. When Fern touches Solan, the morpher is activated with her energy, and now we see that the orange color is all over Fern's body. The morpher begins to glow, and even though Fern thinks she broke it, at that moment, she transforms into the new Orange Ranger. We can also see that she has a new weapon, which is a claw with 3 fingers, similar to Solan's paws. We must remember that the Dino Fury's powers have always been with dinosaur energy, and because Solan is a dinosaur, then Fern now has the power thanks to Solan's energy. Fern starts attacking the monsters, while the other Rangers on the moon manage to destroy the villain finally. Izzy and Zyto are in trouble because they failed to win the battle against Ollie, the monster, and the Sentinels. At that moment, the other Rangers arrive to help them, and the battle begins, but Amelia wants to go find Solan. At that moment, a monster comes out of the cave and almost falls on Amelia. Then, we can see the new Orange Ranger coming out of the cave, and the other Rangers are confused because they don't know who this new Ranger is, who manages to destroy the monster with her new weapon. The Rangers seize the opportunity and teleport to the ship to leave Ollie with the worm monsters on the planet. Although Ollie wants to escape as well, the other new monster wants revenge, so the battle begins. Fern reveals his identity to the other Rangers, and they are all shocked, but despite this, they must begin the takeoff to Earth. I don't know if you had noticed, but all the females are the ones taking off the ship while the men stay out of the way. There have been several girl power moments in this season, and this moment is one of them. On Squillia's ship, she starts throwing pictures at Heckle, and then another monster arrives who is in love with her. After this, they receive a message from Lord Zed to ask them to be ready as the Rangers manage to escape and are heading to Earth. Squillia takes advantage of this and asks the other monster to take care of the Rangers so she can stay alone with Heckle. On the ship, the Rangers are happy about Fern's new transformation, but Izzy takes the opportunity to apologize to her for having had such a controlling attitude all this time. On planet Elter, Ollie is upset for having disappointed Lord Zed, but he tells him that there is no peace for the strongest, only survival.